You know what? The video in PARADOXA's first episode wasn't actually finished. No, but I stopped because it suddenly jumped all over. Just like in the wildest dreams of Peter Singer and pro-zoophile animal rights activists.
Do you know why my rooster doesn't lay eggs?
Well, no, I don't know. Because it's a male.
No, it's because I screw him every morning.
By the way, I know there are some who don't like me teasing about Peter Singer and others who don't even know who he is. So, let me put things in context. He's a utilitarian.
The inventor of the man's sewing machine.
He's a mentor to many vegans and antispeciesists. Seen as a visionary. And the thing is, he thinks, among other things, that the acceptance of zoophilia is coming soon. I quote, "If a lot of people have a problem with this, to the point that it's even hard to talk about, it's because the idea that humans might want to have sexual relations with animals threatens the difference we like to maintain between animals and ourselves. But that's false. We find it disgusting, inappropriate, and sometimes counterproductive, partly because we put ourselves on a pedestal. But it isn't about feeling superior. We disapprove when a sea lion interacts with a penguin, but actually the sea lion was trying to mate with the penguin.
This behavior is not natural, but learned. It would be very interesting to understand what drives them to act this way.
It's because he must have wanted to do the same. You don't let your dog jump on your cat, I think. Just like when your father locks himself up with tape and your hamster.
No, Dad, leave Miss Bill alone. I'm tired of them having diarrhea for 2 days.
The people who condone this are just the ones who like to act on it. It's like with pedophiles. If someone ever tells you,
Come on, 20 years ago homosexuality was frowned upon. Who says that in 20 years we won't be able to sleep with kids, huh? Over 4 years old, of course. No, there has to be some ethics, some morals.
let me explain. It's not because he's open-minded. It's just that he dips his biscuit in cups that aren't his size. Gustave. And I also find it particularly disgusting to use the argument.
Yeah, but it's the future. You're just not ready yet.
Some young people, perhaps not the smartest, will do anything to seem ahead of their time.
Dad, can I use your tape? Come here, my little troublemaker.
Alright, end of the side note. Where were we in the other video?
One thing that's practical and very simple is that we have to keep the cats indoors.
First of all, how is that practical? How is that simple? A cat can sneak in anywhere, can't it? So we don't open the windows, don't air out and let it pee inside? No, but look, your idea confuses her. Let me explain. Her only exercise is hunting mice. If I take that away from her, what is she going to do? She won't do anything anymore.
In any case, find a way so that cats don't hunt and don't torture other animals.
So, do we just tie it up then? In any case, what's the point? To have a cat that likes to go outside, wander around, hunt, be free, right? All that just to keep it locked up its whole life? Just for our own pleasure?
I don't like living alone. I need a cat. When it's inside, it depends on me. I feel indispensable.
It's true that afterwards it's less impactful to criticize the meat eater who eats partly for pleasure and partly to nourish themselves when we cause suffering just for pleasure.
It's clear this goes against the wishes of cats that enjoy going outside and hunting.
Finally a sensible sentence.
They want to do it, but the balance of interest between the cat and the mice, who are very numerous and meet a terrible end in the cat's claws, I think it's a no-brainer.
So cats go after mice, rats, voles, all of that, right? Neither do we. Obviously, we don't exterminate them. Well, I guess there's nothing left to do but sign up for unemployment. But since they reproduce quickly, isn't there a risk of being overrun by thousands or millions of rodents? Like a remake of the plague.
The end of the world! The end of the world!
So, I think I heard about giving them, instead of rat poison, a drug to sterilize them. All by trickery, without asking their opinion, obviously. You know, like what happened to Ethiopian women in Israel some time ago?
Oh yeah? Why? Would it have to be the female mouse who takes the pill? Let me remind you that women have the right to do what they want with their bodies.
Alright, fine. Let's say the spleen comes on its own, but taking the morning after pill every day? Wouldn't that still be a bit too much interference from our species towards theirs? I'm mentioning this because this book appears to be essential reading on animal rights.
And can I get it back? It still cost me 25.90.
It's about another principle, the principle of fallibility. So, it says that ecosystems are architectures that are far too complex for humans to make large-scale corrective interventions without risking major disruption.
Go ahead, I'm waiting for my book. Ouch! Ah, damn, you're an idiot. And then, according to another way, Palmer, if we are totally capable of reshaping nature and we're sure to do it for the better, we can do it.
And you, do you feel capable of that?
Well, no.
Me, personally, I know that I never will be. But the question is, will a prominent co-founder of the Antispeciesist notebooks, who states so clearly what he thinks, ever be one someday?
One thing that is practical and very simple is the fact that, in reality, the suffering of tadpoles and the cat, and of the mice, which are very numerous.
Yeah.
No, that's not certain, that's true. Oh, look, and this one is for you. In your opinion, is it when you think your book can significantly improve the world and the lives of animals? And so, since it must be read by as many people as possible, is it wise to sell it for €25.90?
Yeah, well, I still like him anyway.
Isn't it a little bit like ecology? The ones we hear the most are usually the busiest. But well, it works in a lot of other fields too. For YouTube too. So, in the previous episode, we saw the gazelles, we saved them all. The tadpoles too, right? In this episode, the cats must stop hunting mice. So what's next? Because I have a question. Birds of prey, they're still much better predators. What do? Shouldn't we put an aviary all around the world? That way, so they stop screwing everyone over. Or, the easy solution, we just tie them to the end of a rope like this. Plus, it's fun. Oh well, no, it doesn't make them suffer. Hi, I'd like to talk to you about the big mess that's happening right now, even in our oceans. Since everyone eats, so do I, me first. And in this case, you don't see a lot of anti-speciesist vegans with snorkel masks out there trying to solve the problem of marine predation, do you?
No problem. I'll handle the entire ocean in the Paris Basin.
Well, great. I guess I'll eat vegan then. Before I go, I wanted to clarify a few things. The next episode won't cover this topic. I'm starting it now, and it's unrelated. The second thing, and I'll end on this, is that obviously, I know I'm saying this for just two people, but obviously this anti-speciesist doesn't represent the whole movement, but he does represent a branch of anti-speciesism that is becoming increasingly prominent. And in the coming years, it will become even more prominent. Zoophilia acceptance slowly increases. So, maybe it will take more time, but we'll get there. Of course, everyone can think and say what they want, but so can I. I don't have a big pimple here on my forehead, do I? A big zit? No, because someone told me this was a shock spot here. And if you ever want to find out a bit more, I'll put the links in the description, but I can give you a little spoiler. Give the lions vegan food and sterilize them so they don't reproduce and eventually disappear. That's part of their proposal, yes. Because for now, the best suggestion they have, basically to reduce animal suffering, it's really the fact to put an end to all wildlife. Starting with the carnivores. And compared to classic antispeciesism, let's say, indeed, I think we're a little bit in there.
Paradoxical.